So last Saturday night, 32-year-old Jamaican Ajamain Sterling was crowned the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion after defeating longtime Russian rival Peter Yan. He zooms in now to tell us about his experiences inside the octagon. Good morning to you, Ajamain. How are you doing?
Good morning, morning. I'm doing great. It's a beautiful Friday morning, and I'm feeling on top of the world right now.
Congratulations to you. Those are in order. Well, you say you're feeling wonderful, but I can imagine after this win, you must feel amazing.
Of course, I feel great. It was a long 13 months, everybody talking a lot of crap, and I had to deal with a lot of adversity, people doubting me, and I couldn't be happier with the performance and being able to come out there and show everybody that the last one, I just really wasn't feeling good.
Wow. Tell us about UFC for the folks who are not familiar with the sport.
It's a combination, a big blend of a whole bunch of different sports. So you have wrestling, boxing, taekwondo, judo, a whole bunch of different arts. So you just blend it all together and you get mixed martial arts. And it used to be individualized a lot more back in the day, but now everybody's more of a hybrid. So you have to be very well-rounded and know everything to kind of give yourself the most advantage when you're going into the competitions.
And tell me about your involvement with the sport. How long have you been doing it? Tell me about your training process to get you here, because this is a big leagues. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this about 11 years now. I went pro in 2011, but I had my first fight back in about 2010 as an amateur. So I've been at this for a while. Been with the UFC company for, I think, about 8 years now as well. So it's been a long road for me, a couple of ups and downs. And I started with wrestling in high school and then in college. And then I kind of made the natural progression to move on to mixed martial arts. I had a friend, John Jones, pretty popular guy. So when he was doing it, he eventually became the UFC lightweight champion, light heavyweight champion. And I'm just happy that I was able to follow suit.
Tell me about your Jamaican connection, Ajamain.
My parents, my grandparents, and some of my family still lives down there. They're from Kingston. So the last time I got to go back down there, I did a 2-week trip. I did a 1-week seminar, just going to a bunch of different gyms locally around the area. And that was back in 2017. So I'm overdue for a revisit. So me and the lady are planning to come out there one more time.
Excellent. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your experience with this sport now, because at one point you were away for 13 months. You talk about the ups and the downs, some of the moments you've had that have been very difficult. So let's talk through some of those, because I know injury also is something that you had to grapple with. Brethren, this sport is not an easy sport. You get kick up, you get thump up, you get box up. I mean, as to why anybody would do it, I don't know. Obviously, you have a passion for it. But you've had some challenges and some injuries along the way. Talk to me about those.
They were very difficult. I've had about 6 surgeries now, First from wrestling, that was my shoulder. And then in MMA, I had a bunch of different ones. I had tore my right bicep. I had a hernia that had to get repaired. I had a wrist surgery that took a year off my career. And then I just came back from a neck surgery. So I had to get an artificial disc placed into my neck. And that kept me out for over a year as well. And as people would know, injuries aren't easy, and especially having a neck injury like that. A lot of people thought my career was over. I thought my career was potentially going to be over. I had a lot of people just talking from the sidelines, a lot of my peers, people in my weight class, and there's nothing you can do about it other than just try your best to recover and get back in there. And the theme of this training camp was me just being blessed. I felt like the music had stopped, but I was able to get back on the horse and get back in there and do what I'm passionate about. It's a crazy sport in the sense of it's scary. You never know what's going to happen because you're training for somebody who's training for you. And you just got to put your best foot forward, trust in God, and hopefully it's your night. And April 9th was my night.
Yeah, so I guess that would have made it all worth it then, giving you a whole new outlook on the sport and what else you can do.
Yeah, I feel like it gave me a fresh look on just life in general, because it could all be taken away from us so quickly. And to put it in perspective, I don't have to do this. This is kind of a privilege, is the way I kind of look at it. So the fact that I'm able-bodied and I can wake up in the morning and put everything on and still have the abilities to compete at a high level. That's a big blessing for me. So I'm just fortunate that I had this opportunity to get back, to get through a major surgery like that. It took a lot mentally because like I said, a lot of people were talking down on me and talking down on my career after that first performance we had. And I told everyone I just wasn't feeling good that day, and they thought I was joking. They thought I was delusional. They thought couldn't compete. So I got to show the world and who the real number one guy in the world is right now, and that's me.
Wood, 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 wood. Tell me about bantamweight now, as a category.
I think it's the best division in the UFC right now. I think probably the world. There's so much talent. There's knockouts, there's submissions, there's TKOs, there's high level skill. For us, I think the higher in the weight classes you get, the less the skill people tend to have because they're bigger, so they rely more on just the power. And I think that's exciting too. But when it comes to just the pure skill set, like move for move, situation to situation, I think the bantamweights we do it the best. We have that best blend, and you have to have great conditioning. You have to have a high level fight IQ. And I think right now we have one of the hottest divisions in terms of people that are surging on win streaks, and everyone can beat everyone on any type of given day. So that's what makes it fun, and I think that's why people enjoy this weight class so much because they see the talent and how many good guys there are, and there's so many good fights for me. So I already got 3 names that are ready to challenge for the belt. So that just gives you an idea of how stacked this division really is.
Oh dear. So you're looking forward to fighting with those 3 people? I mean, wouldn't you want to take like a 3-year break now and just go somewhere on the beach, sit with your belt, you know, the image of the Jamaican flag behind you, just wrap yourself in the flag and go somewhere and just chill out? You're looking forward to more beats and bruises?
Well, not the bruises, but I am looking forward to the glory. It's a satisfying thing to know you work so hard for something and there's an end goal, and then either you make it or you don't, and it's all on you. So I think that's what's the fun part about it, because you never know what's going to happen. But the fact that you go down that journey, taking that chance, taking that risk, willing to put it all on the line for the world to see, there's something super exciting about that gets me nervous, anxious, but just
pumped,
ready to just take on the world, you know?
Pumped. You're pumped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no better feeling in the world. When you get that hand raised, it's like everything was worth it. All the sacrifices, everything.
Yeah. Are you an adrenaline junkie, Ajamain?
A little bit. I mean, I'm afraid of heights. So not everything.
Okay. So tell me what's next now. So you have this belt. What's next? This title. What's next?
Like you said, I'm going on vacation.
Yay!
I'm gonna wrap up in the beach, and I should bring my flag and wrap up in the beach and take some pictures like that.
You've earned it. You've earned it. When you take those pictures, please send them back to us. My goodness, you've been through it. 6 surgeries. You know, lots of down talk by folks around you, but here you are proving with your own metal who the best in the world is in this category, and we salute and congratulate you, Ajamain, and we'll be watching to see what is next for you. But in the meantime, enjoy that vacation, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. UFC bantamweight champion Ajamain Sterling. We'll take a break on Smile. When we come back, there's more on the other side, a little bit of virtual reality and a whole lot else. Stay with us. We'll be right back.